This program contains some material that many parents would not find suitable for children under the age of 14. Viewer discretion is advised. What's going on, everybody, and thank you for joining me on the very first inaugural episode of The Collector Shot. Joining me on this episode is my first guest, one of my closest friends, somebody that means the world to me personally. You know, me and him have become, again, really good friends through YouTube and just, you know, hanging out, having good times, having fun, poking fun at each other in videos and intros and things like that. So joining me is the OGest of geeks. Now, on this, we're not really going to be talking about YouTube as much. What I wanted to do was give OG the opportunity to talk about his new projects that he's working on, which is Street Geek, and then also talk to him about what's going on with the documentary Growing Up Sucks. So I hope you guys enjoy the chat between me and OG Geek, and take it away. What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the first episode of The Collector Shot. As you see, the gentleman to my right, I don't even know how to go about saying this, but you know, I was super excited to start this show and to have one of my closest friends, one of the nicest guys all around that I know. I mean, this guy's got a heart of gold, and you know, he's got so many hats that he wears, which we're gonna talk about that. The one, the only, the OGest of geeks, the OG Geek. What's up, Mikey?
What's up, buddy? It's nice to be on your first. This is your first episode, right?
This is the first episode. So
Ah.
I couldn't think of a better person for this than you. So
I'm honored.
So
Nice
I see the room. The room's looking pretty sharp in the back, buddy.
The room is a mess, bro.
I see a Hulkbuster.
everywhere. There's a bunch of stuff I haven't even showed on my channel yet.
So
Finally got the Hulkbuster up. I got a gantry.
Yeah, I see that, man. I'm so jealous of that gantry.
I cursed a lot trying to put that together.
That's awesome, man. But we're not here to talk about the OG Geek channel on the whole. We're here because I wanted to give you the opportunity for me and you to talk about some new stuff that you've been working on and get it out there so people can know about it. But before we do that, the show isn't called The Collector Shot for a reason. So to you, my friend, salute. I got a nice shot of Jägermeister right here that we're going to what do you got?
I got vodka.
Ooh,
espresso cup. I don't have a shot.
I've got a Funko Snowman Captain America shot glass I'm drinking from. So, buddy, cheers to you. Salute.
Cheers.
Oh. Yeah, chase that down with some water.
I don't even like vodka. It's the only thing we had in the house.
You're like, damn it, Seth. Damn it. So let's dive in. Let's dive into this. So you've actually started a new venture, which, you know, you've discussed with me in the past and we've talked about it, but now you're really, you know, ramping things up with it. So why don't you tell everybody about Street Geek?
All right, so Street Geek started off as an idea. At first, it was just a brand. I wanted to bring something out that represented me and my group of friends that you guys will see in both of our channels. I come from a background where when I was growing up, I was really into, I mean, I still am. I was really big into lowriders, the street scene. And then as I got older, well, you know, 3 years ago, I started collecting and I got into like the geek world. And that's kind of like the world that I live in real life. I have friends that are, you know, consider themselves geeks like I do. And I have friends that are more into the street culture of things. And I wanted to create a brand that combined both. So I came up with Street Geek. Um, that's what the brand is about. It's about combining two worlds. What Street Geek actually is eventually the goal is to bring that not just as an idea, but into real life. So I want to start throwing, and this is later on in the future. This, like you said, this company is brand new. I'm actually launching it in January of 2022, so it's not even officially launched yet. But the goal is to eventually get to the point where we're throwing our own shows, and I want to combine both worlds. I want to combine the street culture and I
So
want to combine the geek culture.
so
And
by show so by shows you mean like toy, like toy show, like a maybe like almost like a mixed type of thing, like where you have like one part of it's like a toy show and the other part of it is like a car show.
yeah, and more. So like you're a sneaker guy, right?
Oh, I'm total sneakerhead. I'm a closet
Humpty,
sneakerhead. Not a lot of people know that.
yeah, I know that because we've been hanging out for 3 years.
Yeah,
But a lot of people will be surprised to know you are a sneakerhead.
yeah.
Humpty's a big sneakerhead, and I have many other friends that are into sneakers. I like them. I'm just not a collector. Like I have friends that are strictly, they just go crazy over expensive sneakers. They collect them. I don't go that far, but I do own a few. They're hidden behind these boxes, a few Jordans and stuff. Um, so I have friends that are into the car scene, right? Like I am as well, into the lowrider scene, muscle cars, stuff like that. So the goal would be, I want like in real life when I hang out with my big group of friends, right? Which you're a part of. It's a mixture of both worlds. Like we're into sneakers, we're into cars, we're into hot toys and action figures and all types of other stuff.
I,
But I figured it would be awesome to actually experience that in a bigger scale, right? So
well,
not just
well, I
not just
guess if
cars.
you Yeah, I guess you can kind of almost group it in the sense of as like it's just pop culture.
Yeah.
Really in
Yeah, but
reality
people
what's
people relate like sports and sneakers and cars into like street culture, right? And then
yeah.
people relate the action figures and all the other
Yeah,
comic
the
book stuff
comics, the
to the
trading
geek.
cards, all that stuff, yeah.
It's more geek culture. It's more like all those are nerds over there. It's different.
Nerds.
Yeah, I mean, I was like that. I'm not gonna lie. Before I started
Yeah.
collecting, that's what I would have thought of myself. If I came across my channel. But
You're like, "Who's this guy?" Nerd.
exactly. So the goal would be to it's not just a car show, but picture a car show. Picture a con where you walk in and one side of the con is all sneakers, right? It's people with their own brands, it's clothing brands, it's sneakers, it's tattoo artists, really talented people, artists of all kinds. Um, I have friends that they do airbrushing. So they airbrush lowriders. They do art in that form. So give them a platform, a place for them to show their work to people that might never see it. And then so picture everything you could consider street culture on one side, and then on the other side is like what we're used to, right? Like a con
Yeah,
where
you
you have
got comics,
all
figures,
comic
statues,
figures,
pops,
statues,
yeah, all that
anime,
stuff.
all that geek related stuff, and then just combine. I want to see what happens if we combined both worlds, right? Because a lot of people that are into the geek stuff, they might not know about the lowrider culture, the sneaker culture, all that stuff. But if you're in an event where you have both things, you might wander off to this side and be like, "Well, that's pretty cool," and it might open your eyes to different things. Same thing for the street culture, right? So people might go because of the lowrider show or the car show in general, because of the sneakers or just different things that'll attract them to that show. But while they're there, they might see a hot toy for the first time and get that feeling like I got. Remember, I come
Yeah.
from street culture, and when I got into collecting, the first time I ever saw a hot toy, I was blown away. The first
And
time the details on these things.
and that's cool though, man, because it's like you're trying to combine, like you said, you're trying to combine, different types of cultures, people from different walks of life, people who collect different things. And I think that's a great idea. And there's not a whole lot of um places or companies or even cons that even do something of that nature. So you might have stumbled onto King Solomon's mine with that. And you've got some great ideas. And I'm really interested to see where this goes. But like you also said, like there's another side to it too. Like there's like a production side, like you were thinking maybe about like doing like some production videos with that
Yeah.
too
So,
and stuff.
so for example, I'm doing the documentary, right? Growing Up Sucks. That's gonna launch under Street Geek. That's gonna be a Street Geek production. And then I figure we could also do um, things that relate to culture in general, right? Whether it be street culture, pop culture, geek culture, different content. But my goal is okay. So the way I see it is like people that are into cars, people that are into sneakers, people that are into collecting figures. We all have this one thing in common, right? We're kind of obsessive over stuff. We like something, we like it too much. I know people that have tens, maybe even hundreds of thousands of dollars into sneakers. I know
Yeah.
people like yourself with and myself, we have tens of thousands of dollars in collectibles. Um,
Shh,
you know,
the thing might be watching.
yeah, my wife too. And the truth is, I don't think we're that different, man. My friends that are into the car scene and the sneaker stuff, they might not understand why I collect because they're called toys, right? But
Yeah.
they're more collectibles for us. They might not understand that, but you know what? Those same people, they like Star Wars. They like the Marvel movies. They watch the movies. They just don't collect the things like
Well,
we do.
well, the whole
We have
thing
more in
is,
common than you think when it comes
yeah.
to both worlds, the geek
You
culture and the street culture.
Well, the whole thing is the nostalgia, part of it. It's like, when you see, like when you see Iron Man, yeah, you watched Iron Man cartoons when you were a kid, or when you see Star Wars, you've seen the movies, and a lot of these items in our collections like take us back, when we were kids, and it makes us think of, better times in our lives. Not to say that our lives aren't great now, but before we had bills and responsibilities and families and kids and all that stuff, it put us back in our mindset back in a more simpler time. So that's kind of one of the main reasons why I collect, because it just I look at my wrestling figures, and it reminds me of watching wrestling as a kid, and how much fun that was for me. And when my dad would take me, my brothers, to like an event, it just, again, it's memories, it's nostalgia. It gives you a feeling.
Yeah,
So the fact that you're trying to combine all these aspects, I mean, it's going to be a really good melting pot of stuff.
yeah, and it's not as hard as this. Like, okay, so one of the reasons I came up with the idea was actually last year when I went to Vegas. I bought a pair of Jordans, and I bought them from Urban Necessities. So then, I posted a picture on Instagram, and I was just blown away by how many people commented and messaged me. They showing me their collection. Like, oh, I didn't know. They started commenting. I didn't know you were into sneakers because I never talk about sneakers in my videos or Instagram. And when they thought that I was more of a collector than I am for sneakers, they started showing me all their collections, and I'm like, wow, like, so there's a lot of people that are into the toy collecting like we are, and that are also into sneakers. Like, that's pretty cool. So it's like I have more in common with some of the people on Instagram that we only talk about, action figures. I
Yeah.
have more in common with them than I actually knew,
Yeah.
and that was an eye opener. And then I talked to my friends, and it's like, well, I have obviously a lot in common because we're friends, but to me, it's not a stretch. It's not that hard to combine both cultures into one, and just have events and have content dedicated for those two cultures. And that's what gave me the idea. So the brand. So we're gonna have shirts, and we're gonna have,
Yeah,
and
you have a mascot, don't you? What's the name of the mascot?
Zeke.
Huh?
Zeke. Let me see if I get a picture of
Zeke?
Zeke. Yeah, we already made a few shirts. Humpty was wearing one.
Yeah, I
Uh,
saw the picture. Yeah, I saw the picture you posted. It's like a spray can, right?
I designed it myself. It's not.
Oh, that's cool though, man. Listen, you know what? And honestly, like, from us doing YouTube for all the years that we've done it, and all the aspects and stuff like that. Yeah, see, look at that. Yeah, that's cool, man. I'm digging that.
I just wanted something that was goofy.
No, it's
Kind
cool,
of
man.
neat.
It's it
Kind
that that's a cool that's like a
of
cool
neat.
little mascot.
And yeah, yeah. I'm obviously gonna have shirts of him, different colorways, different launches, stuff like that. I'm trying to make this a real. Uh, it's gonna be a real business in the sense where, like, I want to make it grow, but I'm
Yeah.
not trying to make it a business where, like, well, I'm gonna live off of this. I'm gonna feed my family off of this.
No, this is a hobby. This is a hobby. It's for fun. It's for fun. It's to bring, like you said, it's to bring people from all
It's
walks of life together.
it's more of a passion project. But the goal, if whenever we sell something, whenever we go to events, we went to our first event, which you were at in Orlando. I have an event already scheduled for the 16th of January and the 30th, and we also have one in February, but I forgot the date for that.
I think it
So
was like the 12th. I think it was like the 12th.
it could be, like I said. The point is, all the money that we raise at these shows, these are toy shows, by the way, that we have planned. The money we raise at the toy shows, the money that we raise with the merch, all that money is gonna go back into the company for the events, for the cons that I have in mind. Because I'm thinking, you know, big scale. I'm not thinking of I might start off with a few small shows here and there, but I'm thinking like a MegaCon, for example.
Yeah, you wanted
The
something
venue.
along that lines where it could be not just a 1 day event, where it could be like a 3 day
Exactly.
like a 3 day event. You get celebrities and guests
Exactly.
and things like that, which
That's
obviously,
another
yeah,
thing. That's another
that's
thing.
the
Like,
end
I
goal.
want an event
That's
where, like,
cool.
you could have, like, hip hop artists and comic book artists, and you could have, the same thing you see at all the cons, like MegaCon, for example, all the actors that come because they're superheroes. Well, you could also have other guests, that are famous for other things, all
Yeah.
in one building, you know? And that's gonna cost money. That's gonna that's not gonna be
Oh,
cheap.
wow.
That's gonna take
Yeah.
time. I don't know when that's gonna happen. That's gonna be probably a year or two into the future, depending on how fast it could grow this brand.
Well,
But that's the point. The point is
you know I don't come cheap, so you better
yeah,
come
exactly.
correct.
Yeah. Plus, this is something that I want to do with the whole group. I
Oh,
want to
yeah.
involve all of us. So everybody that people see in our videos, like Humpty, Jan,
Yeah,
Big
Humpty,
Dub,
Jan,
Josh,
yeah, Joshy, yeah,
David.
all the guys,
Yeah.
yeah.
So whenever I throw it, like I want them to be a part of it. I want to be able to fly them down here, put them up, make it comfortable for them. I
Yeah.
want us all to enjoy this, and eventually maybe take it on the road. If it does well here, take it to there might be some people that watch our channels collectively, all of our
Oh,
channels,
of
and they're not
course,
able to come
there's
to Orlando or South Florida.
yeah,
But we'll come to
we
them eventually.
yeah, you take it to, like, Texas, you take it to Texas, maybe, maybe New York, maybe on the West Coast towards California, yeah, you get it all over the place, man.
But we're gonna be doing a lot of different things. We're gonna try. I'm just trying to raise money, without asking for money. We're not a charity.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be doing productions. We're gonna be selling merchandise. We're gonna be selling at toy shows, at cons, where Street Geek is gonna be everywhere. Wherever I can go, I'll take Street Geek. Like I said, next year I already have 4 shows planned, and we're still,
Yeah,
you know,
we're not even in the year yet, so who knows
yeah,
how many more shows might even get added.
yeah. So I'm really gonna put everything I got behind it. At least as far as my free time,
Yeah.
um, to try to make this show happen. Because at the end of the day, that's the goal. The goal is to throw the show that combines the two cultures, and I just want to have fun. I want everybody to enjoy themselves. I want to make it as affordable as possible for everybody, and just take it from there. See what happens. See where it goes.
Well, that's cool, man. I definitely like the concept of that. I like where it's headed. Obviously, anytime we get a chance to bring the masses together for a fun event, and we get to hang out with people, and people get to hang out with us, and again, you got your low riders, sneakers, clothing, hot toy statues, a mix of everything. It's really cool. I like the concept. I like where it's headed. I think
It's
the
actually
mascot's pretty cool.
it's actually very selfish because it's like all the things that I would want to see at the show. You know,
Well, if you're the one who's putting it on, then it's going to be I mean, but in reality, though,
but I think other
it is,
people would enjoy
but
it as
there is a
well.
little bit of everything there is a little bit of everything for somebody, So
Yeah,
it's like you're going to have toys and comics, and you're going to have sneakers and clothing and lowriders. So again, there's going to be a little bit of everything for somebody,
yeah. I just lowriders, cars in general. Tuners, muscle cars, hot rods,
Yeah, man.
all that stuff.
So I mean, I think that's cool, and I'm glad we're getting that we're helping you get the information out there about it, so at
When's this
least
coming out,
people,
by the way?
huh?
When is this coming out, by the way?
Oh, I'm gonna drop it tomorrow.
Okay. I've had
So
a bunch of people message me about
yeah,
Street Geek, wanting to
yeah.
know more, and I
So
haven't
here you
given
go.
no info. I keep telling everybody I'm
Yeah.
gonna drop a video on January 1st and tell everybody about it, but I guess you
Uh,
have the exclusive.
yeah, I got the exclusive. So, but switching gears, I know one thing that you've been tirelessly working on, and I think people even including myself would like an update on, would be how's the documentary coming. So for those of you that don't know and aren't familiar with OG Geek, but I'm sure most of you are, he created started working on a documentary called Growing Up Sucks, which follows people in the collecting community, whether it was myself, Dominic at Bits and Buttons, Jeff would Slap Happy, and a few other people, just to talk about their lives in general, and how collecting is a part of their lives and how it influenced them and all that stuff. So what's going on with the doc, buddy?
It's a work in progress, bro. I mean, the more I film, the more things change. Uh, When I edit it, I keep changing things around. Okay, so here's another exclusive. I'm just gonna let everything out here. Something that I haven't told. I think I've told a handful of people. The documentary might become a docu series. I got so much content that I'm thinking of launching it as a seasonal thing
That'd
and
be
just
cool.
have different episodes.
Yeah.
Because just like so I started following Jeff from Slap Happy Toys, right?
Yeah.
He's a collector. He's also a seller. He sells at shows. I think people will be interested in that aspect of it too, right? Making money, a hustle. There's a
Well,
lot of story there, you know.
yeah.
Um, and how he's been collecting his whole life. I mean, he's 40. I forget how old he is. I think he's 50, but
Yeah, I mean,
he's
if
been collecting for a long time.
anybody's seen that dude's truck, you know that dude's a collector.
Yeah, for real. And but just following him around, there's so much story there that I could literally make a whole documentary just on him.
Yeah.
I didn't want to make the movie too long. I want it to be like an hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes max, so people don't get bored. But the more I think about it, the more I edit, it's hard. See, and that's another thing. It's hard for me to put what I filmed in the past with what I'm filming now and make it blend well. But
Yeah.
if I cut it up and make it like an episode, so it'll be Growing Up Sucks, and then the title will be, you know, a week with Slap Happy Toys or whatever the case may be. And
Yeah.
I follow him as he goes hunting for his own personal collection and also to the cons, because what he does is that he sells kind of like my business, right? Kind of like Street Geek. He sells at toy shows to make money to fund his hobby, which is genius, right? Because his
Well,
hobby,
in reality, that's what a lot of people. I mean, well, in a roundabout way, that's what like a lot of collectors do. Like, eventually over time they wind up selling off pieces so it can help them this so they can put the money towards other pieces that they might want
yeah,
for
we
their collection.
replace things for other pieces. But he
Yeah.
made a business where he's making a profit in order to use the profits to fund his hobby, which is kind of what I'm doing with Street Geek, if you think about it.
Yeah.
And the phone started ringing, and I lost my train of thought. So that's
You're talking about.
filming with
Yeah.
him. That's what opened my eyes to making it a series, because I got all this other stuff that I want to put in the documentary. But if I can't put everything, and it's a lot of good stuff. So I'm thinking finish filming with him, make 1, 2 episodes. There's some stuff that I want to film with Dominic. So the first few episodes would be in sync because they're both collectors and they're both in the business. And then from
True.
there we go off to just collectors, right? That they don't all they do is spend money on their hobby, kind of like you and me.
Oh, yeah.
you
Oh
know?
boy, do we spend money, good sir?
Yeah. And see, at first it was like there's only so many people that I could meet up with and talk to them about their hobby, why they started collecting. Um, it's a lot of people have the same stories. They might collect different things, but the background is there, right? So they started collecting young because they loved the like me with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, right? I love the cartoon. Those are the toys that I had as a child. So now as an adult, that's what I like the most. Um, most people's stories are the same. They just for them it might be GI Joe. For someone else, it might be something else. Might be DC, Marvel,
Yeah.
whatever. So when I was editing the film, it was like I got a lot of great stories, but they're kind of the same story. The movie wasn't coming out as good as I wanted it to be. But then when I found this aspect of it, which is now we're throwing in the business side of it, because now there's a chance of going to a show, and I mean I've been to 2 shows with Jeff. It's a lot of work. I mean,
Oh, it
sometimes,
is.
especially if you have to travel, so you got to rent hotels. You gotta load the truck, 2 cars. He loads his
Yeah.
truck, another vehicle. He travels out of town, rents a hotel, food for 2 or 3 days,
Yeah.
the cost of the event, the fuel, and then there's the drama, the excitement of, well, is he gonna make a profit or is this all for nothing? The adding that to the episodes gives the documentary life because
Oh
now
well, yeah, it totally gives people the feels. It
sense
it
now,
it it, it, it
you
human
know?
it human it humanizes. It shows a hey like again like we were at that show this past weekend in Orlando, and you had Jeff sold a lot of stuff. Jeff sold a lot of stuff. You sold quite a bit of stuff. George sold some stuff. I sold some stuff. I mean, you guys obviously made more money than me because I suck. But but
You don't
it's
want to sell
exciting.
the good stuff, bro. You want to keep all the
Yeah,
good stuff
yeah,
to
but
yourself and show everybody
but
the junk.
no, but it's
You
exciting.
would have
No,
taken half of the stuff behind you. You would have made a bundle. You would have made
but
a
but
cake.
it, but it's exciting. But I get the feeling it's exciting when someone comes up and says, "Oh, how much? How much is that? And then you get this sense of feeling like, "Oh shit, am I going to make a sale?" Like, is this gonna happen? I understand the excitement and the thrill of the thrill of the sale. So it's like, oh yeah, I'll take it. That's great. Oh, perfect. You get all excited, and then you sit back down and you're like, someone gonna come and buy. Someone gonna come and buy.
I
You know,
enjoy it.
well, it makes it a lot easier to be at those types of shows, especially when you're working them when you're around your friends. Because at
Exactly.
least if it's slow, you guys can at least keep each other entertained. Like we had a good time, all me, you, Humpty, and George just sitting around bullshitting and laughing. It was fun. I had fun poking fun at Jeff because of the what is it the Darth Maul lightsaber, looking like the signature looked like a Randy Jackson from American Idol. So you know it's a
Yeah, but
pretty recognizable smudge.
that's another reason. Look, that's going back. I'm not trying to bring it back to Street Geek, but I
Yeah.
just thought of that. When I started, when I came up with the idea of going to the shows and going to cons to raise money for Street Geek, like that's one of the ways the business will be profitable, right? It came easy to me for two reasons. Number one, I have a background in sales. Um, I used to be in antiques. I used to love and for the same reason that I collect, right? And I want to go to shows now. I didn't do it because I needed the money. I had a successful business, but I liked going to auctions. I was addicted to auctions before the auctions became famous on TV and they ruined everything. This is like earlier
yeah, they
2000s.
yeah they did.
Yeah. I used to love going to auctions, buying stuff, and then I will set up at flea markets, and resell them and make a little bit of a profit just to have enough so I could go back to the auction and buy more stuff, and my wife won't complain about it.
Yeah, because
So
you never know when buying one of those units, you might hit on something.
yeah. Well, I used to do the auction, the storage auctions. I used to do
Yeah.
auction houses. I used to do all that stuff, and I enjoyed it. I liked going to the flea market and interacting with people and making the sale and the back and forth. I actually enjoyed it. But now it's like when you think about it, look at what you and me do. I mean, not just you and me, but George and Big Dub and all of us, right? We go to so many cons. We travel. How much did
We
we
do.
travel last year alone?
Well, let's see. We went to Orlando a few times. We went to Georgia twice.
Yeah, we don't have to.
Um,
It was just a lot. I
yeah,
traveled a lot last year. I
yeah,
went to I don't know, over 10 shows between cons and toy shows, over 10 or 12. And I went to six of them back to back, so 6 weeks in a row.
yeah. That was a stretch for you, man.
Yeah, my point is that we go to all these shows anyways, right? We spend all this money to hang out with our friends and have a good time. And then we film for our YouTube channels as well. But a lot of our friends don't even have YouTube channels,
No,
right? So they go just to have fun. So now I could go to these shows, be with my friends, have a good time, the same thing that I was gonna do anyways.
I make a few bucks.
And I can make a few bucks for Street Geek to try and get to the my ultimate goal, which is my own show. You know,
Yeah,
it's a win-win for me,
it is.
regardless if I
It
make
is.
money or not. I was gonna go anyways. I was gonna make the trip. I was gonna rent the rooms. I was gonna spend the money, and now I just have another reason to go. You know,
No, for real. It's
so it's
good. No,
gonna be. I'm more
it's
excited now. It's gonna be more fun because, like you said, most of the shows, we're all gonna be together.
yeah. We're all gonna be together.
We're always gonna be together. I mean, I think Humpty booked a table at this next show with me, just to take
Yeah.
some of the stuff that he has. He's into like 3D printing now and all that stuff. So
Oh yeah. Him and George were chatting it up big time about the 3D printing because George dropped a video earlier in the week about the 3D printer that he got and he printed that Mando but the Boba Fett bust, which
yeah,
was kind of cool. So, but the again the overall aspect of this is obviously like you said, it's just to have a good time and to have fun. And it's great that you're kind of, and it's funny too, like think about like how we started. We started doing YouTube and now we're talking about doing toy shows, and throwing a con and stuff like that. I mean, just think about the evolution of that, to where we are now from where we started.
gotta keep moving forward, bro. You
I
know,
mean, that's it.
we gotta keep this exciting. YouTube is fun to do only because we do it together, right?
True.
And if it wasn't honestly, if it wasn't for you and George and everybody else, like I probably wouldn't be doing YouTube anymore because
Oh, oh,
I don't
shut
like making videos
stop.
by myself. It's boring. But it's true, you know? And now that I saw an opportunity, I looked back and I said to myself, I did a lot. We all did a lot.
We did do a lot.
2021 was a big year for me. I mean, between
Yeah.
Vegas, I went to Atlanta like 10 times. I've seen Big Dub more this year than I've seen people
Yeah,
that
then
live
previous,
in
yeah, then
Florida,
previous years, yeah.
you know? So I figured like I looked back at all the things I've done this year and all the trips and I don't regret none of it, right? I had a
No,
blast, money well
dude.
spent, right?
Dude, I mean, listen, I mean, Castle Dub,
Yeah,
Castle Dub and going to Toylanta was great. Just going up there again for the second time, just to hang out, just to hang out with everybody was great.
yeah.
Going to MegaCon and chilling at the Airbnb, and we're just us, just sitting on the patio, just sitting on the patio and just drinking and laughing and having a good time with everybody. We've also had some new cast members, as I like to call them, show up. So we got Diamond Dave joining us now. George is getting more involved.
That was the first
Um,
time that we met. MegaCon was the first time we hung out with Jeff really back
yeah,
at the Airbnb,
yeah,
right?
because we've only ever really saw Jeff at the show, at the shows we went to.
He was
You know,
our dealer.
yeah, it's our
He was the Hot Toys
plastic
dealer.
dealer. Yeah, our plastic dealer. So so yeah, getting to chill with Jeff. Jeff's a cool cat, man.
Yeah,
So it's like getting to hang with everybody, and again, that's the whole. Listen, I always tell people this. I'm so thankful that I've George gave me the opportunity. George gave me a voice, and let me come on this channel and be a part of it, because you know doing YouTube has been a blessing. It's allowed me to meet people from all walks of life. The fact that people support me, people like don't even know on a personal basis, just the fact that people support me and they feel some kind of connection to me. I mean, it warms my heart. It's amazing. And this obviously the same people that support me support you, because again, like you said, we're always together. We're like conjointed twins.
yeah.
But
I don't even need a YouTube channel. I should just put all my videos on
yeah.
MC.
But I mean, again, doing YouTube, we crossed paths. Other than doing that, you think me and you would have ever had a chance encounter? Probably
Probably
not.
not.
you know so the fact that we've become such good friends because of this is great. And the fact that we can do this type of stuff together, and also go and go to these shows and everything and experience everything is great. And again, I look at doing YouTube as a legacy thing. You know what I mean? So it's like when my kids get when I'm long gone, and this earth has passed me by, my kids are gonna have something to show their kids, and their kids are gonna have something to show. It could be like, oh, that was my great grandpa. Look at him. God, he was such an asshole.
Unless YouTube tanks and everybody goes to Vimeo.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So, but I mean, it's been a blast, man, and it's been a trip, and I'm so proud of you, man, that you're venturing out and you're doing all these things. And I'm me, like everyone else, like, dude, like, I'm stoked to see this documentary. Like, I can't wait to see what becomes of this. I mean, again, if it comes out really good, who knows? Maybe Netflix, gives you a little jingle, be like, hey, we want to make this a seasonal thing. Keep it going. Find other people. You
That would
know?
be nice. That would be nice. And that's kind of another reason why I'm turning it into a series, is because it's if I just do a documentary and I put it out there, like, it's over. It's it. That's as far as growing up sucks goes. But if I turn it into a series, people like it, then I keep making season 2, season 3, and then we just go from there. If season 1, I'm putting it out myself. I'm self
Yeah,
publishing,
you're all
self
self-funded. It's
producing,
all
everything.
self-funded. Yeah.
Yeah. If season 1 does well, who knows? Maybe I could try to pitch it to somebody for season 2. I don't
Yeah.
know. See if I ever finish season.
You know, and then yeah, and then I mean, I'm sure. Listen. I mean, I'm sure you'll finish it. I mean, listen. It's funny because I know people always like, hey, when is the next OG Geek video coming out? And like, and you were making a joke about it actually on Instagram earlier today. You're like, yeah, I'm uploading a video. It might be up later today or tomorrow. I don't know. I haven't decided. And I'm sitting there and I'm laughing. I'm laughing for the right reasons because I know what the intentions are,
Uh,
behind it. But it's like, people got to understand. It's like we've got personal lives. We can't always, schedule. But you're probably sitting there. You're like, speak for yourself, asshole. You put out a video like every other day.
you do.
Well,
I don't know
because
how.
you listen. I have again. It's all about having a good support system, until she decides to, take my legs out from underneath me.
I just don't have the time sometimes, man. I mean, I got a
We
lot
don't.
going on. That's another thing. Like I was gonna mention in my video. I'm still dropping a video on January 1st. I guess I don't know. Maybe everybody's gonna see this, and there's no point of that video. But I was gonna explain how my channel is gonna. It's not gonna change a lot, but I plan on taking everyone with me on the ride of starting Street Geek, right? So I wanted to do since I already kind of do vlogs. Most people, that's what they say, anyways. Like,
Yeah.
I love your vlog style or whatever. But I
Well,
figure,
because you show more than just the toy,
no,
the toy aspect stuff of
yeah,
it.
there's nothing wrong with
That's
calling
the
them
thing.
a vlog.
No.
Kind of are. But I figure this way, since the company's gonna be around toys a lot, on the shows, and I figured I might as well show me creating a company from scratch, right? Oh, that's another thing. I'm not investing any money into this company. Like 0. I'm not gonna touch my family's money, my kids' future. Like I'm not spending. Funding this. I mentioned it in a few videos. I'm sticking to everything that's Mandalorian. I love the Mandalorian. I love Boba Fett. With the new show coming out, I'm sticking with all the Boba Fett stuff for Hot Toys. But I have a lot of Star Wars Hot Toys.
Yeah.
I've decided I'm not gonna display, and that's what I've been taking to the shows, and that's what I'm selling those hot toys that I'm not gonna display to reinvest into the company, and
Yeah.
and I plan on, in the future, reaching out to other collectors that might want to get rid of some stuff, buy some collections. I could keep going to shows, and just all the money, 100% of everything I make, at least for the foreseeable future, is going back into Street Geek to try to grow it. Whether I need equipment, whether I need, spend money on merchandising so I can sell, whatever the case may be, and just try to grow it. So I figure that's good content, right? Oh, I don't know. I say it right like it is. Might not
No,
be.
yeah, I
We'll
think it'll
find
be
out.
great. I think it'll be great content. I mean, think about it. You going to obviously the person has to be okay with being on camera, because not everybody's comfortable
No, of
being
course, yeah.
being in camera. But like imagine it, like you going, someone reaches out to you and they're in like Tennessee or some shit like that, and they're like, hey, I have this is the collection that I have. Would you be interested in buying it? And then you'll be like, sure. Let me take a trip. You
Yeah.
film yourself taking the road trip, and
And if
and
they
then
don't
you
want to
took
be on camera, that's fine. I
yeah
can always
you
film the
yeah
stuff afterwards.
yeah you take yourself going to Tennessee, meeting up with the person is okay with being on camera. You meet up with the person, you film yourself kind of like talking to the person, asking them why they're selling. Is it any personal reason? And then you film yourself, going through the collection.
Yeah,
Seeing what's good, seeing what's in there. Giving people like a little tease, and then that way that entices people in a way to be like, oh shit, well, maybe I need to start checking out these guys, going to these shows that these guys are at because look at all the cool stuff that he's gonna possibly have there for sale.
yep. That's exactly the point, though. It'll give me more content. I'll be
Yeah,
able to make more videos because and some videos won't have toys in them. Some videos will just be a vlog of, okay, so this is what I have to get done today for Street Geek, and I'm taking you with me. And then
yeah,
maybe some of my viewers are interested in starting a business someday, and they want to see how I do it from the ground up. Maybe some people they want to know more about marketing, right? I'm learning as I go. I'm not very good with marketing, with social media, anyways. But I'm gonna start because I plan on doing a lot of marketing for Streaky.
yeah,
People could see me, from the ground up. They could see me succeed. They could see me fail. I mean, there's a lot of things going on, but I'm just gonna start doing more of like a daily vlog, kind of like a Big Dub thing, right? How he films everything, his whole life. I'm gonna film anything that has to do with Street Geek. I plan on filming it. I plan on putting it into the channel. And a lot of the videos obviously have gonna have toys in it. And I'm still a collector. Don't get me wrong. I'm still gonna be buying stuff for my personal collection. At these shows, I mean, you know how it works. You sell some
Well,
stuff and then you walk around and you got money burning a
yeah,
hole.
you got money to burn.
You
Yeah,
see a piece that you want for your collection and you're gonna buy it.
I mean,
So
listen, I
we're
enjoy
still gonna go on the hunt with you. We're still
yeah.
gonna hang out and do all that stuff. But
Yeah. I personally enjoy going to the shows because I always feel there's a chance of finding something extra special there that you normally wouldn't find anywhere else,
the
and that's why
satisfaction
that's it, huh?
is a satisfaction of like it's here.
Yeah,
Now,
exactly. Like, think about, hey, prime example. Before we went up to Atlanta the last time to see Brian and everybody, we stopped off at that Tampa Toy Con, and then Jan found that booth with that Captain America in the rescue suit that I was that's been eluding me forever, and the guy had it at a steal of a price. I
Yep.
mean, that's why we go to those shows to find not only find stuff that we want, but it's again possibly coming across something of rarity. You know.
I was also thinking about MegaCon, right? So I have it here that I forgot what it's called in the box, but the Juggernaut,
Oh,
you found
the toys era juggernaut. Yeah,
yeah, it has a different name. It's not Juggernaut, but you
it's
found that at
the
MegaCon,
the
the tank,
tank.
the tank.
Yeah,
I was actually thinking about it because I was thinking I don't know if I'm gonna keep it or I'm gonna sell it. I haven't decided, but um, that's a piece that you wanted, right? But there's
yeah,
a difference between ordering. You could have ordered it online on eBay and waited for it to get there, but at the show, you're at MegaCon, you're with your friends,
yeah. It's
right?
right
You
there. It's
went out
in
of town.
hand. You're having a good time. Yeah,
There's nothing better than getting there and seeing a piece you really want, a cool piece, a piece that you hardly ever see because
yeah.
I've never seen that piece for sale. And we go to a lot of stores. I've never seen that at a
We
store
do.
before. I got mine because of Dark Collectibles, David,
Yeah.
and you got yours because you happened to find it at MegaCon. That's a great thing about going to shows. It's
And again, yeah.
the
That's why I
excitement
was
is
saying you
better than
find.
opening up a mail. Like when it comes in the mail, it's different.
Oh, listen, I enjoy, everyone knows this by now. It's no secret. I enjoy finding things out in the open. I'm not a big fan of ordering stuff because I like the excitement. I love the feeling of being like, "Oh shit, it's eluded me for so long, but yet it's right here staring me in the face."
Yep.
You know.
There's gonna be a lot of that in my channel in the future, right? At all these shows, we're still gonna hunt at these shows that
Oh, yeah, of course.
we're attending. Just because I have a booth there doesn't mean I don't want to see what else the other vendors have, or what you're gonna pick up, or what I'm gonna pick up. I'm gonna keep filming the same content. I don't want people to think that the channels are gonna go a different direction. The same direction. There just might be a few videos here and there in between that are about Street Geek, because I figure like I feel like it fits in with my channel. You know, it's gonna be a vlog, and most people already think of me as a vlogger, anyways. And it's gonna be about the geek culture, or it's gonna have toys in it, which is what all of our videos have in it. So it's not gonna be a big difference. If anything, I think it's gonna be better content, and it's gonna give me a reason, not a reason, but it's gonna give me no excuse to miss a month without an upload. Because now, if I'm working on Street Geek every week, I should have a video every week,
Yeah.
maybe more than one video. Let's see.
Then you can stop those messages. Hey, when are you putting up another video? Hey, we miss OG Geek. OG Geek, come back.
Yeah, this
So,
is good.
you
This
know,
is good for the channel. It's good for me. It's good for all of us. Good for you.
so so while I got you here, I want to address the elephant in the room because
That big.
you know I want to because obviously this week's hunt video, the beginning, I sold you Pepper. So, we always joke behind the scenes, and and everything like that, and people, and it's funny, because of you, out of all people, you're always like, why you always got to make me a bad guy in the videos. So, and I said at the end of the and I said it at the end of the video. I was like, listen, I was like, all joking aside, I don't mean to make Mike the bad guy. It's just that we have fun doing this, and it's fun to get a rise out of people, and to see how far we could take it. But I can guarantee you this, people: the Peppa saga has officially ended. Unless she wants to make random cameos in Mike's videos. Somebody actually suggested for your next video you do an intro where you walk into your house, and she's in the kitchen doing the dishes, and then you
She
walk up to,
escapes.
yeah,
She
and
escapes my display and runs back to your house.
yeah, yeah. You just have her doing the dishes, and then all of a sudden she gets lippy with you, and you just kind of like backhand her, and it sends her like flying across the room.
Uh, I was
But
gotta be the bad guy.
yeah, see, exactly. Always got to be the bad guy. Hey, listen, sometimes that's just the part that we're meant to play. So, dude, I'm so glad that you got to come on and be my first guest. This was a lot of fun, and I'm glad you're moving towards a direction where you're going to be able to put out more content, because we all love your content, and the fact that you're going to be able to do that and do a business from the ground up, which I'm totally looking forward to those videos, because I'm even interested in what it takes to start a business, and things like that, maybe even taking us through the process of like what it's like to get like incorporated, or like getting an LLC, or something like that would be cool, in my opinion. But the way I'm going to end these shows is with a question, and it's going to be the same question for everybody, whether you're a collector or whether for whatever you collect. So I want you to tell me what three pieces in your collection that you would never get rid of.
Only three?
Yeah, three pieces in your collection that you would never get rid of.
I don't know. I have more than three actually.
Well, just
But
give me your top three. Just give me your top three then.
my top three will probably be oh, that's hard, dude. That's really hard. I mean, I'm hoping I never have to get rid of the gantry because I've been wanting that thing since I started collecting.
You have. I know. I
That was
know.
my biggest grail. I mean, before I even thought I would ever own a hot toy, I wanted that.
Yeah.
So
All right. So there's all right. So there's one.
I finally have it, so I'm not gonna get rid of it. Two would be that's the thing. I can't remember which was my first.
Your
So
first what?
so believe it or not, all right. So we've gifted each other a few hot toys.
We
So
have. We have.
you gave me my first hot toy ever.
I did. I was the. It was the.
I can't remember if it was the Groot
It
or if it was the
no.
Iron Man
No. It wasn't the Groot. It was the Iron. It was the oh god, the freaking Iron.
white one. I
It
forget
it
his name
was
too.
the Iron Man. It was the Iron Man robot from Avengers.
It's right here.
Forgot what his name. I
I
forgot
have it
what the
right
name
here
is.
behind me.
Yeah.
He's back there somewhere. So
Yeah.
that one because it I
Yeah.
don't know,
There's
like I
sentimental. There's
wanted
sentimental value behind
like
it.
I wanted to start collecting hot toys, right? I loved them, and then you gave me one, and
Oh,
I
the
was
Iron Legion. The Iron
Iron
Legion.
Legion.
That was it.
Iron Legion. So when you gifted me that one, it was like the start of all of this.
I
And if
sent you
you
down
guys
that
have
rocky road.
if you have any new viewers to this channel, there's a
Yeah.
lot more over there. I mean, I have like 76 hot toys
I
now.
think you got more than me. I think you've overtaken me now.
It's what I buy like two or three a week almost.
Yeah.
But that one started it all, and it came from you, so it has a lot of sentimental value. Just like the gantry, it came from Big Dub.
Yeah.
It's like it was a grail of mine. Regardless of where I got it from, I probably try to hang on to that for as long as I can. But the fact that it came from a good friend has sentimental value now as well. And I mean, I could go on and on about gifts because I've gotten gifts from viewers, I've gotten gifts from Jan, I've gotten gifts from Humpty. Uh, So that's why I said it's so hard because I will never get rid of that stuff. The stuff that the viewers have sent me, I've
Oh
never.
yeah, no, I've never gotten rid of any of that stuff. I
Oh,
keep that stuff.
I
That
got rid of all of my Funko Pops, and I still have like 40 left because they were all gifts. You know.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, you can't get rid of stuff that people gave you. They went out of their way. They went out of their way to do that for
yeah,
you.
that stuff
So
means a lot to me. But if, I mean, personal favorite of mine would be. Let me see if I could. Hold on. Let's try it. That guy up there,
what, the blurg?
the OG Mando.
Oh, the OG man. Oh, the best car, the non-best car Mando.
Yeah.
All right, so you got the all right, so you got the
If I'm
Iron
gonna add
Legion.
one that doesn't have sentimental value, and it's because that figure got me into Star Wars. Uh, I've mentioned in my videos a while back. You know this, but I had never even seen Star Wars
Yeah,
until that show came out, and it opened up a whole new world.
it did.
So
It
it's like
opened up another black hole. It
that was,
always does.
yep. And then I just love the way it looks on that blur. Honestly, I don't even think I'm gonna get the Hot Toys one. I gave George a lot of shit because I got that one from George. I gave him a lot of shit about it,
That was great. That was great.
but I actually really like it.
Yeah.
Like,
All right, guys. So that is going to wrap up the first episode of the Collector Shot. OG Geek, thank you so much for joining me as always. Guys, I will leave the links in the description below for OG Geek's YouTube channel, plus his Instagram, OG Geek Instagram, and plus the Street Geek Instagram, so you can follow along with
follow
all his
Street
with all his ventures and journeys. And dude, I'm so proud of you, man. I'm like so stoked to see where this goes, man. And I'm definitely going to be following it along very intently. So yeah, guys. So in the comments below, let me know, since this is the first episode, if you guys want to comment below, let me know who you guys would be interested in having on the show, next, give me some suggestions of people to reach out to, some people that, you want to hear me talk to and stuff like that. And yeah, guys. So what's up?
Humpty with 2 M's on.
Yeah, we need to have
Gear
Humpty
up
on.
about 3D printing.
Oh yeah, that'll be a
Guys
good
going
one.
ham with 3D printing, dude. You keep coming an expert at quick.
We're gonna get people from all walks of life on. So it's like I just don't want to talk to collectors. I want to talk to all kinds of people. I want this to be like an open-ended thing, not just collectors and stuff like that. Even though the name of the show is called Collector Shot. So all right, guys. So again, with that being said, thanks for joining me on the first episode of the Collector Shot. Again, all the information for OG Geek will be in the description below. Thank you so much for joining us, and maybe just next time I'll give you your shot. So we'll see you next time.